Well, 6-1 defeat at home to Harpenden Town in the FA Vase today. We're out of that competition in emphatic style, but I don't know what you want to say about the game, but it just seemed to go wrong from the moment they scored.
Yeah, I think that's why we are where we are. Absolutely night and day from Tuesday in every single department. Had good prep, got the boys in early. Pre-match meal. Did a little bit of work on the board. Spoke to them about the importance of the Vase and the opportunities that it brings in terms of, there is probably the realistic dream of Wembley in the fact that you're the highest rank in terms of the level that we play at, as opposed to when you're playing the FA Trophy. And my experiences have been, you're the lowest rank, so it's obviously even more difficult. Albeit I had a couple of good runs in that particular competition as well as this. Spoke about my own experiences as well, playing in this particular competition, as well as the experiences of being involved as a player at this football club with this competition and as a coach assistant. So they knew the significance of the game. They knew the importance of the game, both on the pitch and off the pitch, and also the way in which we'd promoted the game, and just didn't live up to it at all. I actually thought we started the game relatively well prior to their first goal, and the goal went in, and I don't know, just seemed to suck the life out of us. Everything became really hard work, lack of quality. I could use any expletives you wanted me to about that performance, but it weren't even that good. So there's no point me doing that. And that's obviously not going to help anyone. And, not going to scream and shout about it. I'm just really feel it's a gutter today, because of the fact that I know what this competition means to the football club and how hard everyone works collectively in terms of to give the boys what we give to them. But we didn't, the way in which we gave that back in spades on Tuesday, we didn't do that today. And way in which I built them up after Tuesday, getting a result like that kind of makes me look a little bit silly, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. I'll take it. And as I said to the supporters afterwards, fair play for someone clapping, but and I commend that, to be fair, and they're very, very loyal, but there weren't nothing to clap about there today. That's for sure. And as I said to the lads, they need to make and have a real hard look at themselves in terms of how they've performed today, and look at it as an individual and look at not just the glaring things that went wrong, but the granular detail of little snippets. For example, the where for the first goal we've conceded 2 fouls where they're just unnecessary fouls. For the second goal, where I think we should probably score ourselves, and then they're on the counter attack then, and as a result of that, they've obviously scored the second one. The third one, let's be honest, that's a gutter, because that kills us. I think that was probably 2-3 minutes before half time, which kind of really kills the game, and then we huffed and puffed a little bit. We got back in the game. I thought Helke on the left, when we brought him on, I thought he actually had a bit of purpose. He's got loads to learn still in terms of end product and things like that, but he did well for the goal. He didn't give it up. But then after that, there's just 2 massive errors again, and I look at that. and they had the bit between the teeth. Fair play, you know, they haven't played for 11 days, and I thought that might go in our favour. Kind of, would there be a little bit of a lull from them? I knew they'd start fast in the first 10 minutes, but then with, you know, them trying to get their second wind. And then I thought, you know, towards the end of the game, would that obviously have an impact too? Obviously didn't. But when you concede the goals that we did, I look at first, second, all six, you know, I think even their gaffer would look at it and go, if we conceded six like that, you'd be gutted. Let alone, you'd be gutted if you conceded one of those, let alone six of them. You know, even the sixth one, he's in the box and he's been able to turn and whack it in the top corner. It's just, yeah, it is what it is, and we've got to dust ourselves down because, yeah, we've got to reflect and go again. But it's just, I suppose the real emotion I've got at the minute is disappointment, you know, for everyone associated with the football club, and this has become a trend in the fact that when we're bad, we're really bad. And when we go 1-0 down, it's showing at the minute we have a bit of a soft underbelly. You know, I look at the game with Boston away here today. I look at Claycross away. They would be and even Ashby on Saturday, they would be the ones where I look at it and go, yeah. And I said to the boys at the start, you know, when we came in to do our preparation, I said, you know, like the differential between our best performances and our worst performances are too big. And that is a good summary this week. Grantham Tuesday, today. You know, but we've got to get back on the horse. We've got Skegness on Wednesday, and another big game. I know they won today. We're still sitting okay in the league, let's be honest. And we win that game, you know, we'll probably be in the playoff positions. You know, I looked at the results today and just every game seems strange, inconsistent with results. But yeah, other positives. Sam Bennett in the warm-up today was fine, came through fine, so he might be involved in some capacity on Wednesday. Amir, getting him 20 minutes, seemed to come through absolutely fine. Again, real positive. Carl Barker back in a week. He's been doing some rehab. Seems to have responded positively as well. So, but we've got to find a solution and strategy so that doesn't happen. Because we've got done 6 today. We've got done 7 as well, and I think Boston had a bit of a purple patch in that particular game, but I still look at it and go, did they have to work hard enough for their goals, and did they have to work hard for their goals today? No. So a really, really poor day at the office. I'm the manager. I have to take the flak for it ultimately, and take any feedback that comes my way, and the players have to too, because quite rightly, supporters pay their money. They're entitled to their opinion, and if I was a supporter today of Wisbeach Town, yeah, I'd be very, very unhappy with that display and the manner in which we've conceded goals, especially. It doesn't matter in any game, right? But especially in a game of that magnitude, in terms of it's an FA Vase game, and we've gone out with, no kind of. It's not like we got beat 2-1. We've got done. We've thrown the kitchen sink at them and stuff like that. I can deal with that. But the manner of the defeat today is just really poor. And equally speaking, we've got to regroup, and we've got to be ready for Wednesday, because that'll be another tough game. Going to Skegness anytime whether it be a Saturday, a Tuesday, or a Wednesday, is always going to be tough. So we need a positive reaction, and I just hope we get more towards the Grantham performance than today. Because if we have what we had more of today, it's going to be tough. So yeah, let's just see how we go.